Oh, 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 oh. Merry Christmas. Okay, it's not Christmas yet. However, it is December, and December is the month of charity and generosity. Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. And welcome to a very generous Top 10. Whether you want to be generous to yourself or someone else, it's nice to find a video game out there that is just as generous as you are or a friend may be. Now, what do I mean by a generous video game? I mean a game that is generous with the amount of content it gives you for the price that's on offer. By a generous video game, I mean a game that is more than worth the money, more than worth the asking price. There's so much game in this one game, it almost feels like a steal, getting these games at the prices that they are. So, let the generosity of video gaming go around. These are the top 10 most generous video games. Number 10, Titanfall. Titanfall, the PC version of Titanfall, available on Origin, is only a measly $20. And currently, at the time of making this video, the game is on sale for only $5. $5 to $20, and you're getting 15 multiplayer maps, 24 if you get the very cheap DLC, an extensive ranking up and leveling system, a ton of challenges to beat and achievements to unlock, 12 different and unique game modes to play, and of course, this being Titanfall, it has its infamous, absolutely epic, addicting, satisfying to no end gameplay. For $20, and as it is on sale currently while I am making this video for only $5, that's a steal no game can match. What are you waiting for? Who doesn't want their own personal giant robot to come flying down from the sky? Number 9, Warframe. Warframe has a ton of content. At the time of making this video, Warframe has 22 Warframes, which are the playable characters. The game has well over 100 weapons. The game has an extensive variety of locations to visit and enemies to battle. There is a ton of different stuff to rank up, level up, upgrade, modify, purchase, and sell, all the while having beautiful visuals and addictively fun combat and multiplayer. And the game is free to play. The game is absolutely free. That is, if you have the patience to grind for resources and in-game money in order to get new characters, weapons, and other bonuses. Let's be honest, while playing Warframe, you're probably going to spend some real-world money on something you want. It's inevitable. So, while the game is generous with the huge amount of content on offer, the game is also a fairly sneaky little money leech. However, even so, Warframe is an absolutely phenomenal video game that is definitely worth playing. It's free, there's no harm in it. Also, Space Ninjas. Space Ninjas. The game is being generous in the escapism alone available. Number 8, Payday 2. Just like Warframe, Payday 2 is a game that is always updating and always getting new stuff for us cop-killing heisters. Whether it be new heists, new masks, or new weapons, Payday 2 is a game guaranteed to keep giving you the goods. Not only that, the game has addictive gameplay, getting with the flow of the intense shootouts, learning which heists are the best ones to go stealth and the best ones to go guns blazing. And because several of the heists have random events that are sprinkled throughout, and items and objectives are constantly switched up and put in random locations, with the factor of randomization, the addictiveness of getting loot, along with the constant stream of new content, some free, some paid DLC. So while Payday 2 is generous, from time to time it may ask you to just open your wallet up a little. Doesn't change the fact though that there's a lot of content on offer here, even for a $30 game. Hell, even though the game is $30, the game is currently on sale on Steam as I am making this video for a measly $10. So what are you waiting for? Grab your guns, put your masks on, and get on with your cop killing and bank heisting. Number 7. Spore. Spore is a very generous game through its nearly infinite possibilities with its character creator, the constant randomization and sharing of content other people have made. While you may be playing the same game and doing the same things in the game, with Spore, it is guaranteed you will always see something different, whether it be the planets you visit, the aliens you create or encounter, same with the vehicles and buildings. With Spore, there is always constant variety in the visuals. There's always something new to see. And the beautiful thing about it is that it is almost literally infinite. The only thing limiting anyone is your imagination and creativity. It's hard not to admire Spore. It's hard not to get addicted to Spore. And it's hard not to see the value in Spore. Spore is a game about generosity, about giving players an infinite amount of possibilities to express their imagination and creativity. That's a pretty generous offer if I say so myself. Number 6. Just Cause 2. While there are a few pieces of paid DLC, I doubt you'll ever need them or want them, cause Just Cause 2 has so much game in the game, it's a little overwhelming. Just Cause 2 has one of, if not the biggest open worlds ever put into a video game. There is a ridiculously huge amount of different vehicles to drive. There's a lengthy and fun, action-packed campaign. There's a ton of fun little side missions that like to mix things up a little. And there are hundreds, literally hundreds of ways to cause mass destruction and massive explosions throughout the island of Panau. Trying to 100% this game is a completionist's wet dream. There is so much content. There is so much traveling to do. There's so many action-packed set pieces to take place or make your own. The world is just so massive, such a huge area to explore and so much to do in it. All the while feeling like you're a badass action movie hero. Just Cause 2 is a very generous game, and I would highly recommend you pick this up. Also, if you get the game on PC, you get free access to the Just Cause 2 multiplayer mod. And oh boy, countless hours can be lost in there. Number 5. Borderlands 2. While Borderlands 2 does have a ton of DLC, all of it available for purchase, they are, at least for the most part, at cheap prices and constantly on sale. Hell, at least once every month Borderlands 2 gets a sale. Whether it be Borderlands 1 or 2, and both these games are extremely generous with the amount of content on offer, paid DLC included and excluded. With the game having over a bazillion guns with its random gun generator, it is guaranteed you will never, ever find, have, or use the very same gun with each playthrough, each character. Oh yes, in the first Borderlands there are 4 unique characters to play as and level up. Borderlands 2 has 6. So, we have an infinite amount of guns, quite a few different characters to play as and level up, of a huge variety of different quests, whether it be the story, which the Borderlands games especially Borderlands 2, have pretty good, evocative, and fun stories, with a ton of variety and set pieces packed into them, and the several entertaining, and unique in their own way, side quests. So many side quests. As well as raid bosses, a ton of looting, a huge variety of different enemies to fight. Oh yeah, did I mention the massive open worlds? With a ton to see and do? Borderlands and Borderlands 2 are some of the most generous video games out there. There is just so much content on offer for the prices that they are at. If you love shooters, if you love multiplayer co-op, if you love loot, you will love Borderlands and Borderlands 2. Number 4, Mass Effect 2 and Free. Mass Effect 2 and Free, the Mass Effect games are some of my most favorite and most adored video games of all time. And since I have played through both of the campaigns multiple times, I can guarantee you there is a lot on offer, and the Mass Effect games are worth every penny of their purchase price. Whatever price that may be, especially for the very cheap prices those games both are on Origin. There is just hours upon hours of content to sink your teeth into. The extensive RPG elements, the very fun and fluid combat system, especially the one found in Mass Effect 3. So many different characters to interact and talk to and get to know. So much story and gameplay content. But of course, there are the infamous choices. Mass Effect has a ton of different choices that will drastically affect your gameplay experience and affect the outcome of the story and how characters will interact with you and how the world will form around you. That in itself allows multiple playthroughs for you to play as a different Shepard, the main character Shepard. Customize them differently, make their face different, make their personality different, make them a different class, and make them perform completely different decisions each playthrough, having completely different results and outcomes throughout the story. There's so much story content here. There's such beautiful sci-fi worlds and environments to explore. There is such an addicting and solid third-person shooting and RPG gameplay here that it's so easy to get hooked on the Mass Effect games. I highly recommend Mass Effect 2 and Free if you don't own them already. They are very generous games that offer a ton of content, especially for those of you who love a great sci-fi story. Especially at the price the games are at right now. So much dialogue and cutscenes. Oh my god. Number 3, Dragon Age Inquisition. It took me over 60 hours to complete the main story in my first playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. Over 60 hours. And that's only because I didn't explore some areas and I didn't complete all the side quests. Most people who report on this game and give information on this game about the length and how much content available in this game, some people have only been able to 100% this game, do everything there is to do in this game, in over 200 hours. That's over 200 hours of content on one playthrough. Now imagine multiple playthroughs, multiple different characters, you creating a completely different Inquisitor for each of your new playthroughs, making different story choices that will radically affect and change how the story will unfold. Choose a different romance option, and get to learn more about one of your companions. And loot! So much loot! Oh my god! So many flowers to pick, so many dragons to hunt, so many goddamn magical runes to collect. I told you Just Cause 2 was a completionist's wet dream. Dragon Age Inquisition is a completionist's heaven game. There is so much content on offer, this game feels like a steal. Dragon Age Inquisition feels like a steal at $60, cause there's so much on offer, because next to all that single player content, there's also multiplayer, which is both challenging and addictive. God damn, Dragon Age Inquisition. There's a lot of game in this one game. Number 2, Fallout Free. That's a lot of wasteland. Fallout Free has your completely customizable, player-made character venture out into the sci-fi post-apocalyptic world of the wastelands of Washington, D.C. Now, seeing as Fallout Free has been out for a few years, I'm sure most of you already know that, Fallout Free is gargantuan. There, the open world, the wasteland of Washington, D.C. is so enormous. To this day, to this very day, after hundreds upon hundreds of hours of playing Fallout Free, I have still not seen everything that there is to see in this game. The open world map is so big, I have yet to venture into most of it. There are still several corners of the map I have not taken the time to venture out to, with multiple playthroughs, with multiple characters. I still haven't seen everything in this game, and I've been playing Fallout Free for years! That's how enormous this game is! So, whatever price Fallout Free is right now, is more than worth the money. It's a steal at whatever price Fallout Free is right now. There is so much content. The open world is so massive. Well, like I said, I have yet to explore every inch of it, even though I've been playing the game for years and hundreds of hours. Yes, there is that much to explore. And not just that, there are hundreds of quests. There are literally hundreds of quests to take part in, from a huge cast of different varying characters with their own backstories and unique personalities. There is so much RPG, post-apocalypse, survival immersion in Fallout Free. Once you start playing the game, it is hard to ever stop playing it. There's so many stories out there in the wasteland. There's so much loot to collect. There's so many locations to explore. There's so many quests to take part in. Fallout Free is a steal. It's a steal at whatever price it is right now. It is more than worth the money. There is so much content on offer. Fallout Free is one of the most generous games of all time. Whew! And now, before we get to the number 1 most generous video game of all time, and that you should get right away for yourself and your friends, well, before I reveal number 1, you guys know what time it is. It's recap time. And the number 1 most generous video game is Skyrim. It's goddamn Skyrim. Of course it's the most generous game of all time. Exact same thing with Fallout 3. I have been playing Skyrim for years. I've been playing this game since 2011. I've been playing this game for over 3 years. And I still, after hundreds of hours, nearly 1,000 hours in the game, have yet to see and do everything. There is so much on offer with Skyrim. Again, this game is a steal at whatever price it is. It's more than worth the money because there is so much content. There's so much to do and explore. There's so much customization and looting to take part in. Unique characters to build and customize, stories, your own stories that you can build and tell. It is so hard. No, you know what? It's impossible. It's impossible not to get immersed in Skyrim. It's impossible not to get addicted to Skyrim. This game is so enormous, so gargantuan. But next to that, next to vanilla Skyrim, next to plain out normal Skyrim, the game as it is, there's also mods. The modding community. Skyrim has probably, estimatedly, I'm guessing, the biggest modding community ever. There are so many mods. There are thousands upon thousands, like an almost endless amount, and they're still being made. Mods. Player-created content, whether it be weapons, armors, entire environments, entire quests, characters, stats, brand new items and powers, and oh my god, so many mods! Skyrim is one of the most generous games you can give to yourself or a friend. There is so much content available. It's Skyrim. It's Skyrim. Yeah, there's really nothing else to say besides it's Skyrim. And it's worth every penny. It is the most generous video game of all time. It is packed to the brim with content. Go get it right now. This has been the Gamertron. This has been another Top 10. Please hit the like button if you agree with me, if you enjoyed the video. If you liked anything about the video, hit that like button. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think of the video, your thoughts on these video games, what you think is the most generous video game all time. Let me know in the comments below. I love reading comments and hearing your opinions on video games. And if you're new to the channel, just stumbled across this video looking and want to see some of my older top 10s, support me directly, or keep up to date with upcoming videos, please subscribe. Anyways, this has been a video, this has been the Gamertron, and I will see you guys later.